Hello everyone, welcome to part 72 of 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself. I am Walt here with our 72nd principle. And this principle also, I would say, is, I kind of let the principle speak for itself on this one. This one is to go to war. So he presents a few different examples here. One being the latter half of this principle. He talks about how suicide rates go down during times of war. Okay, so less people here are killing themselves when you have a country at war than when you don't. At least when it comes to the U.S. is a good example of this one. From the First and Second World War can bring that one up. You can point out the economic growth and the rise out of the Depression with the Second World War. Economics aside about the monetary base effects of that and some of the government spending multiplier effects about why that would come about. Regardless, so there's also this example of Anthony Burgess, a novelist, who is at age 40 when he finds out he has a brain tumor and he's gonna die. And so he doesn't have like any extra money to leave behind to his wife, who's gonna be a widow. And so he goes about, with his cancer diagnosis here, and he thinks he's gonna die, he goes about writing novels. So he writes 5.5 novels by the time the year is through, and then his cancer ends up going into remission, luckily, and disappears overall. He goes on to write 70 books, but he probably would have written nothing if he hadn't had that I'm gonna die kind of, moment. And so what they're recommending here is to find yourself, go to war, go to picking a battle, and, try to win it here. Then again, I have some conflicting ideas about this principle. One of them comes from The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn, an absolutely wonderful book, at least to take metaphorically, because it's got some kind of, I'd almost say woo-woo kind of material in there, but if you take it metaphorically, there is some absolutely wonderful material there, definitely worth your read. One of the interesting principles that you get out of The Game of Life and How to Play It is it says in the beginning that most people consider life a battle, but it is not a battle, it is a game, okay? And so this one says that so many people are going to war with life because they're taking things way too seriously. They're just like saying, I have to do it perfect, I have to do it like this, and I have to win this battle because otherwise it's going to cost me my life kind of thing, when really a lot of life is better to take lightly, to just go along with it. And we even have a principle about taking things lightly in this series, so it's kind of to say, maybe don't go to war with things. Then again, The Art of War is an absolutely fantastic book. It tells you how to, go to war, how to win, the necessity of it to the state, all that kind of stuff. So definitely pick that one up and try it out, because The Art of War is a fantastic book. And even though it's, really related to chariot warfare in ancient China, it can still give you a lot of principles about self-help as well as how to actually win in a lot of different things. And winning in competition is great, but the more we consider ourselves in a war might initially sound like fun and might seem like it's going to be profitable, but in the end it always ends up just being a horrible mess, and a lot of it being very unnecessary and tragic and destructive. So when it comes to go to war, kind of take or leave this principle as you want to. I would say take things lightly, definitely go after challenges, but going to war may not be the right approach here. You can try this death meditation, imagine you're on your deathbed, see if that's motivational to you. Some people it really motivates them, some people it does not motivate them at all, so kind of see where you're at on that perspective and kind of do what you will with go to war, but that's the principle. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time with the next principle, so stay tuned. I'll see you then.